Memorial Day is a solemn day of remembrance to honor the brave men and women who have lost their lives defending our freedom. MHS students and faculty discuss what Memorial Day means to them, talk about relatives that have and are currently serving, as well as their chance to say thank you to those that paid the ultimate sacrifice defending our country and freedom.
Memorial Day to me means honoring those who have served in the military, whether it's family, friends, relatives, people who have given their lives, their livelihoods to ensure our safety. And it's a day where, while we get the day off, we need to remember to honor them, honor their sacrifices, and honor everything that the day stands for.
What does Memorial Day to mean to me? It's just basically a day, you thank everyone who made that ultimate sacrifice. You hear that word a lot, but it's a serious word. Ultimate sacrifice, everything they did for us to have such a great country. Through the problems that we have interiorly, it's better to have than exterior problems. I mean, those people really did. That's why it's called the ultimate sacrifice. That's the biggest thing you can do for this country. And I just wanted to say thank you. And thank you to everyone who did that.
Memorial Day is a day to honor those who sacrificed themselves for us.
So to me, it's a day to honor them and all the sacrifices they had to make for this country.
Memorial Day to me means a day for celebrating all those that we've lost fighting for our great country.
That's what Memorial Day means to me, is just celebration and respect of everything that people have given up to serve our country.
So what Memorial Day means to me is to honor those who didn't make it home from their service in the military.
Memorial Day is a day to honor people that are stronger than me, stronger and braver.
Memorial Day means to me a day that we can respect the ones that have fought for this country, not only providing a safe place for the ones that already live here, but the ones that are also seeking asylum.
Memorial Day means to me about how the soldiers of our country gave our lives for our freedom so we can stand here today. And I'm hoping to be one of those service members soon, just like the rest of my family did. And I have all thanks for those service members.
Memorial Day means to remember the people who have sacrificed their lives for our country and for our freedom.
What Memorial Day means to me is I was born on Memorial Day, so I feel a lot of weight when it comes to respecting all of those that gave their life for us. They're role models in showing how we should be selfless and patriotic, not only for others, but for our nation as a whole.
I myself have had a lot of family members in the military. Both my grandfathers were heavy combat vets from World War II. My father's father was a bombardier, flew 48 missions over Axis-occupied Europe. My mother's father was in the Army Corps of Engineers, fought in North Africa, was in D-Day, Battle of the Bulge, and even was part of the 12th Armored Division that liberated a concentration camp in Austria, in Mauthausen camps. I had an uncle who died in Vietnam back in 1967. He graduated from Auburn High and within a month was drafted, and within 6 months after his draft he was killed in South Vietnam by a sniper. And now there's a war memorial in Auburn that's named after him.
Memorial Day is important to me because I had family in the military. My grandpa fought on the front lines of the Vietnam War, and my great-grandpa was a prisoner of war from World War II, and they abandoned him in Europe and he had to find his way back to America.
Memorial Day is important to me because I think we should celebrate the country that we live in.
What I think about Memorial Day, it's good. It's good to remember the people who have fought for our freedoms, and especially the people who have lost their family members.
I do have a brother that was in the military and a grandfather and cousins. So I have much respect and appreciate their service. And I would just like to say thank you to all of those who have served in the military and sacrificed their lives for us.
I really like Memorial Day because my grandpa was in the military and he was a veteran of the Korean War.
I have a brother-in-law who's serving in San Diego for the U.S. Navy. So I think a lot about him and his buddies and everyone that's with him at this point and what they're serving for.
I have an uncle and a grandfather who served, and now I have an uncle that's currently serving. He is a general in the United States Navy, and then I have one that's in the Air Force. I'm proud to have them as relatives because they're people that I look up to and things that I want to do in the future.
I've had a lot of family members who have served in the military. My papa served, my dad's dad, and his brother, my uncle Andy. My uncle Steven served, and a bunch of his kids, my cousins, have also served or are currently in service.
I have a whole bunch of people in my family from the military. My grandfather was, I believe, a captain in the Army in Korea. My uncle was a medic in Vietnam, and my other uncle was a Marine, but didn't get deployed.
So I do have family members who served. They didn't pass away in combat, but they did serve. Memorial Day is a really important day. I mean, I grew up doing parades in the Scouts, honoring those who gave it their last full measure to our country, and it's a really important day just to remember those who sacrificed everything for our freedoms, even as good or bad as things are. I mean, it's a huge sacrifice to give. So I had family who served, and those who lost people or are honoring Memorial Day. I just say thank you for your family service.
Thank you so much for everything you guys have done.
I would like to say thank you to everyone who has protected this country.
Thank you to all of you who have served our country.
I appreciate all the people who help to serve our country. Thank you.
I like Memorial Day because I love the country. Thank you everyone that served in the military.
Thank you to all the veterans who served for our country and keeping us safe.
So what would I like to say to those that made the ultimate sacrifice? I'd really just like to say thank you. It's such a grateful thing for you guys, to make that sacrifice for us to be here today. I think that's pretty awesome.
I'd like to say thank you to everyone who's ever served. It's really the biggest risk, signing up or even being drafted and having to go serve, especially in combat zones or whatever, and that would be the scariest thing ever. So it's really brave, and I'd like to say thank you.